One, two, buckle my shoe. Oh, aloha, everyone. We are live and inspired today. Oh. Oh, look at that. All right, sorry. I had to make sure that my settings were good. Why? Ooh, no, I didn't want that. I am sorry. It is totally becoming a shit show right now. But I had to check something out. But yeah, hey, aloha, everyone. We are live and inspired today. I am your host, Gregory Cobrana Wells, also known as Handsome Cobra. And I'm doing another My Thoughts video. There will be, I know that we're supposed to do another Gentleman of Cocktails, Freaks, Geeks, and Star Wars Sheets. Probably tomorrow it's going to be dropping. Chris had a bit of an emergency. So, I was like, well, I didn't get all dolled up for nothing. So I figured, I'll talk about a topic that I kind of wanted to go into. I really wish I was fucking liquored up for this one, because this is like a topic that I'm going to go off the cuff a bit with this one. And it's sales and selling, and I'll probably get into other stuff too. Not just that, but that's like the media portion of today's topic. And the reason why I'm talking about sales and selling is because, like, the last few days, I mean, I've been talking to people who that it baffles my mind at the fucking oh shit, what do you call them? Man, I apologize. Like, I worked out really late today, so like I just worked out, took a shower, got ready, and I was like, woo, all right. But so that's why I'm a little out of it. Number one. And but yeah, their business model, excuse me. That's the word I was looking for, or words. Phrases, words, those things. Reasons also. But yeah, their business model. Like, okay, for instance, and the reason why I want to talk about this is because I've been in sales all my life. Basic ever since I was in primary school. For those who don't know, primary school is basically elementary school, or grade school, pretty much. But primary is it's more elementary. But yeah, so ever since elementary school, I used to sell. Oh, we used to have like gift wrap paper that we would sell like every year at my elementary school, which was a public school, which was honestly a piece of shit. I mean, they act like rich snobs, but I mean, they weren't. They were kind of like the rich snobs who couldn't afford the private school elementary. Yeah, kind of that. And basically, I was kind of like the kid from the other side of the tracks, to use like an olden phrase. And so it's like, yeah. But I would always do the gift wrapping. And I was a pretty fucking handsome, cute kid back then. I wasn't full handsome like I am now, but I was pretty good, handsome looker, cute kid. So I would always get like these, grandmothers and these, what I guess you would consider pumas, cougars, and all them, what is it? Pumas are young cougars. There we go. And they would be like, "Oh, you're such a darling," It's like, "Oh, that's so sweet. You're selling this stuff," and like, and so yeah, I mean, some of them wouldn't even fucking buy wrapping paper. They just, they just be like, "Oh, here's a couple of bucks for being so cute," It's like fucking, great. So yeah, that's kind of like and that's how I got into selling. Also, my father, he's a salesman as well, but he's more of an event coordinator. I probably said this before. He's done event coordination with the Miami Heat, the Orlando Magic, Miami Dolphins, I believe, as well, in South Florida and Central Florida. I think he's done stuff with like UCF, University of Central Florida, as well. And yeah, so I mean, salesmanship has always been in my blood. So, and I love it. I will say that I was probably bad at it when I was younger. And the problem that I had, I wasn't really, I would never say that I was a shy kid. I was more of a reserved individual, meaning that I would always wait to speak and kind of like judge where the conversation was and when I could get, uh, when I knew something or a topic that was, when I saw an opportune time to speak, I would and interject. So, you know, like a lot of, like some people would say that I was shy. Others would just say, like my mother would just say, no, he's just reserved. And I used to really talk really great with old people. Now I think when I was younger, my maturity level was really high. Now that I get older, I think my maturity level is going way down. And I blame the military for that one. Just because I'm more boisterous now and I don't give two fucks a lot anymore, if I'm being perfectly honest. You could be like, you son of a bitch. It's like, hey, thanks, man. You know, not a problem. You know, I really don't care what you think of me. But yeah, so selling, yeah. So, and the reason why I talked about this with other people in the past few days is because there was a I live in Johnson City, and there's a locally owned business that's kind of like a game shop. It's not GameStop, you know, I work for them, but it's a local game shop that is in the Tri-Cities area. I will say I won't out them on this, you know, but yeah, I won't put them on blast. But their business model is really fucking stupid. And I actually told the manager of this that I'm pretty good friends with. And the reason why I say this is because I'll go in depth about their business model. Okay, so it's a locally owned store. It's mom and pop. I mean, well, not really mom and pop, but we'll just say mom and pop. It's it's like 3 or 4 dudes who got together and basically said, hey, we all like gaming, right? You know, we have no fucking formal college education on sales, but we will totally go in and do this, because why are we going to work for a place like GameStop or Electronics Boutique or fucking Target or Best Buy? Why the fuck are we going to do this when we like our, but you know, we don't want to do like a fucking, we don't want to just be used games. We want to be new games too. So, and also too, hey, we like Magic and we like all this other nerdy shit, right? You know, Yu-Gi-Oh, fucking Pokemon, all this other jazz, right? And it's like, and you think, yeah, it's great, it's cool, not a problem. It's, you know, friends working together and networking and becoming their own bosses. And when they say, I will say that that this phrase I'm about to use, which is never work with your friends, right, or start a business with your friends or family. I will say that that's not true. The people who will say that shit, but the friends and family need to know, like, listen, look, everything, because there's a caveat there. The business comes first, whatever the fuck. The person who has 51%, or the person, or if there's like 2 people who have 50%, or if there's 4 who have 25%, the business comes first, right? So basically, you're not fucking taking advantage of the business. You're not doing stupid. If things need, if you're in a hole, right, then you really need to get, then you need fucking help. Then you need a strategic business manager to come in and be like, okay, this is what you're fucking up. This is what you're fucking up. Okay, you do realize you can write this off, right? Okay, my help, since it's, you know, it's actually professional, consider professional help. You can write my shit off as well. So, I mean, that's the thing that a lot of business people don't understand. They don't understand business. They don't understand what the fuck they're doing. And also too, a lot of people don't like to be wrong, right? I mean, they rather go down with the ship, which is fucking retarded, you know, than right the ship, which is fucking stupid. It's just, it's the dumbest thing, and I've never understood it in my whole God-given life, right? You know, going down with the ship, that's a Navy thing. I was fucking Army. Fucking 11 Bravo. Fuck that shit. We were laying fucking doggies. We weren't fucking sea puppies, you know? So, we're goddamn fucking werewolves. Ah! I look like a fucking werewolf probably about now. I need to shave. Nah, I'm joking. But no, but yeah, so their business model is just all fucked up. I mean, it's just this locally owned store. We'll just say I don't fucking know. I can't come up with a clever name right now. Give me like 20 minutes and I probably will. But this locally owned Tri-City store, game store. You know, I mean, they sell new, used games. I mean, they, you know, like I said, I mean, they sell, you know, fucking consoles, you know, old consoles. I mean, you know, new consoles, you know, gaming. I mean, basically, they are like your one geek stop shop, right? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you can have Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments there. I mean, they actually hold Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments and all that shit there and that jazz. But the thing is that when here's the kicker: when one of your head bosses in corporate is fucking the HR rep, that's a fucking problem, because HR is supposed to be different. It's supposed to be a third party. You know, you're not supposed to have any fucking thing to do with. You may be HR qualified, but I mean, it's kind of it's basically you have that bias there where it's like, I work for the company and I'm fucking HR. So it's like, so if a sexual harassment claim comes down against your friend and you're the HR rep, you know, and your friend is a partner, you know, it's most likely you're going to kind of, it's very, I'm not saying that you will, it's just very tempting where that will go away, right? Because, you know, you're HR and you're like one of the top tier people of the company. That's fucking stupid. It's crazy. Sorry, somebody sent me a message. So on my on my Facebooks, I'll check it later. But yeah, so and that's one of those things where yeah, it's just I have problems with that, and it's just not a good business model. It's like their business model is just stupid, because another thing too, and I apologize if I'm everywhere, so I try to keep laser focus here. Well, their business model is that they don't like to hire. Number one, they start out at minimum wage, which is fucking retarded. I mean, no one can live off of minimum wage. I'm sorry to say this. You know, if you think, now there's a difference here. Okay, so like if you're a seasonal worker, it's a bit different because you're temporary, right? Okay, so that's a big difference. So like the minimum wage, I believe, is like $7.25, right? Now, if you can, and it's all about negotiation in sales, right? Because no matter what, even though you may not think you're in sales, you're in fucking sales, because you're selling yourself every single fucking day. As a person, you're selling yourself to others, to make friends, to make contacts, to network, to fucking get a job interview, to get a job, to become a reliable source or resource for instance. I mean, there's a plethora of things that people, and you know, I'm just going off my head here, but even though you may think you're not in sales, you are in sales. I mean, you're just not you may not be getting paid for it, right? Because that's what you have to do. Even myself, like, you know, I'm selling my brand, Handsome Cobra, selling our brand, Chris Schwartzlander and I, the Gentleman with Cocktails, Freaks, Geeks, and Star Wars Sheets. I'm having to sell a brand to viewers, right? So, and I try to be as real and honest as I can with people. You know, there are some things that, yeah, I won't get into, and some things that, yeah, are a bit of I guess, a little flashiness, I guess. I mean, I really don't know how to be flashy. I mean, but there are some things that, you know, I mean, you know, that I may fucking embellish a little bit just because of the show, you know, just because of the showmanship. You know, I mean, if somebody comes and wants to be like, you're a goddamn liar, it's like, oh, okay, whatever. I mean, you're not hurting my feelings. I mean, you know, if you don't want to watch my show, then fuck you. You know, it's like, I don't care. I don't care if I only have one fucking view. I don't care if I have 10 views and they're all my own self, critiquing, saying, what can I do better to sell our brand? What can I do better to sell Handsome Cobra, my thoughts? What can I do better to advertise, to get us? It's like, and also too, some of the things is that I don't really, and then sometimes I may not want to like advertise. I just do, like I've said this before, and I've said it time and time again. I do this because it's very therapeutic for me to get shit off my chest. Okay. And if anybody is going through the similar stuff that I'm going through, listen, look, know that you're not alone in this shit. That, I mean, your problems may be way worse than mine, but at least hopefully you can be like, damn, this motherfucker, he ain't got it as bad as me, but shit, you know, it's like, he knows where I'm coming from, or she, or he, you know what I'm saying? It's like, whoever, they, you know, and if anything, if you find entertainment out of my voice, I mean, I had a motherfucker come up and say that he's like, I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine, and at a local shop, and the guy was like, oh, no, I really like your conversation. I've been overhearing it, and I close my eyes, and the only thing I can think of, I'm sorry to say this, is Steve Buscemi when I hear your voice. And I'm like, oh, okay, great. Well, you know, because we were talking about mobster movies and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, okay, great. Well, hey, you know, thanks for the 2 cents, I guess, you know, but really I just wanted to say, fuck you, get the fuck out of here. You know, that's what I kind of wanted to say, but I was in a public setting, and honestly, and I wasn't drunk enough to say that shit. Not that I was afraid or anything, it's just that, you know, I was with my friend. He actually worked at this establishment, and I did not feel like getting kicked out. And be like, dude, I can't have you come back to this place because these people, yeah, my boss is not gonna let you fucking just say fuck you to a customer, you know, even though he just was, that's his opinion, man. I mean, you know, you're kind of going off the cuff here. It's like, yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, I wasn't liquored up enough. I mean, because I would have been like, fuck, dude, I don't give a shit what the fuck you say. Get the fuck out of here, you loser. You know, because that's probably what I've been like, you know, it's like, yeah. Or some bullshit, you know, or some craziness. I'm like, yeah, it's just, but yeah, getting back on topic. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna check this real quick. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Okay. The person was just saying hi. That's all. So I thought maybe it was important or something. But yeah, so they were just saying hi. I'm like, oh, hey, cool. Bird things. But yeah, but just getting back on topic. So their business model, this locally owned Tri-City store, video games and all such, cards. Their business model is to basically have you start out at minimum wage. And what they're looking for is people pretty much in high school or in college. They're not looking for people who are fucking actually people who've gone to college, who graduated college, who are working on their masters, and who actually has a good regimen, who've actually been in the military and is laser focused. They're looking for those fucking pretty much like stoners who just ain't got nothing else to do except play fucking Yu-Gi-Oh and hang out and shit at their store and blow their fucking money that they get from their allowance money from their parents, because they still live in their fucking their cellar. I mean, if you come from where I'm from, we say cellar, you know. Here, Johnson City, they say basement. So, but so yeah, it's just one of those things where their business model's all fucked up, right? And because it's like I have a friend, like I said, I have a friend that works for this company. And basically, you know, I straight up told him, you know, like, listen, look, your company's business. I mean, because I actually almost worked for this company. I almost did. You know, for a while, I was working at a labor job, you know, just I won't say day labor, because I mean, I was You know, like I worked it. I was a temp, and like I got paid like $8.25 an hour. I mean, you know, it's like it's manual labor, so I should have been getting paid more, like 10 to 12. You know, at least 10. But it was one of those things where it was just like, hey, listen, look, man, I need extra cash, I need extra money. I mean, my tuition is $1,700 per class, or over $1,700 per class. So it's one of those things I had to make some money, you know, so I could continue my education. So, you know, I took that job, and the next thing you know, they were going to the best they could do. Like they wanted to up me into managerial eventually. But it's one of those things where, though they say all this, and this is the way the business is, though they say like they can promise you everything, but once they got you in there, it doesn't fucking matter. I mean, this is like this fucking day labor, this manual labor job that I did. They promised me $10 an hour when I got in there. I mean, when I, you know, they were, you know, it was a state job, um, and the application's at $10. When I got in there, they lowered that bitch down to $8.25. I'm already fucking there, you know. Now I had a choice, right? I had a choice. I didn't really have to do it, but I networked. I got into a position to where, like, even though I may look big and buff and shit, my body's fucked. You know, I'm just gonna be real. Like, you know, like I do conditioning stuff, but and I eat healthy. I eat right. I diet. I watch what I eat. I don't eat chocolate cakes or fucking, you know, cookies and all this shit, because they'll make my ass go for a fucking month. If I'm being real, I mean, you know, no fucking diabetes, you know, runs in my family, and all other types of shit, cancer and fucking, you know, high blood pressure and all that shit. So, you know, I just stay away from sweets. I mean, the only thing I do is like Splenda, I think. But even then, it's just one of those things where that's why when people say, "Oh man, you look buff," it's like my insides look worse than my outsides. You know what I'm saying? Like if you could take a look at my insides, they are fucked. Like, you know, I have bad knees, bad back, my right shoulder's fucked, my right hand I had a steel plate in. You know, so it's like it's just one of those things where my body is just, you know, I'm pushing 40, and my fucking body is like going on like a 65-year-old's, man, maybe even 70, because it's just of all the wear and tear that I've done over the years, and a lot of it, and most of it, it contributes to my time in the military, because I served 8 years in the military. So a lot of it, and I served in a time of war. So it's like, you know, a lot of the stuff was just like, you know, pain is just weakness leaving the body. That's like what we were taught, right? You know, you fucking take a knee, drink water, and eat some fucking Motrin, and you'll be all right. So, because that's the infantryman way. But getting back on topic, the thing is that I did this manual labor job, trying to get myself into a better position. You know, a position opened up, and basically, long story short, they kind of fucked me and said, "Well, you know, no, we're not going to let you do this other job, even though it's better pay." I was going to get $9.50 an hour instead of $8.25, and also too, I was the only motherfucker out of the temps that actually stayed. I mean, the guy, the fucking boss told me straight up, like, "Well, we were trying to weed out the weak, or weed everyone out and stuff like that, and you stayed, and you know, congrats." And like the big boss was saying, "Oh yeah, not a problem." And then when it came to my supervisor was like, "No, no, no," and he was just being a jerk off. And you know, I mean, you know, yeah, and yeah, I mean, I just, you know, I mean, that guy is just, you know, he's just some fucking piece of shit who, you know, probably never get laid again in his life. Some hippie fuck. And yeah, so it just, but at the end of the day, and so even then I was selling myself, because I was trying to network. I mean, I got people to where they're like, "Hey man, I mean, you're a good worker, you're a hard worker, you know, you should look into this, you should look into that." I mean, you know, I was making other stuff. I was looking, but a lot of the stuff was, man, it was just, and I told these people straight up. I was like, listen, look, man, I can't do this for 8 fucking hours a day. I can't lift sod for 8 hours a day. I can't do this stuff. I'm killing myself. Okay, my body, you know, I did this shit in the military, fucked up from the military, and like, if you know, I'm down in fucking naproxen. I'm you're lucky I'm not taking fucking painkillers, you know, at work, being all fucking doped up and shit on oxy while I'm doing this shit, you know, because I don't do that stuff, you know. No, even if I'm prescribed pain medication, I don't fucking do it. It makes me loopy. I don't fucking feel right. I'm like fucking, was it John Nash off of fucking A Beautiful Mind? I just don't know what day it is. It makes me feel crazy, or not crazy, but it just makes me feel like I don't know where I'm at, where I am, right? I don't know where I'm at, I don't know what day it is. Even if I take a little bit, I'm still, I don't even feel comfortable to drive, when I'm on that shit. So I'd rather endure the pain, take like some over the counter shit, that's not going to make me sleepy or anything like that. Like naproxen is basically a Aleve, but a higher dosage. The bad thing is, though, is that you take too much of that shit, it will start affecting your liver, like a liver disease or cancer of the liver, and stuff like that. So, but then, so the local Tri-Cities area, so the guy I was talking to, my buddy, now, I mean, we're friends. I mean, we haven't hung out. We're just two totally busy dudes, but maybe one day we'll, go to fucking B-dubs or some shit, or Hooters, and, get some wings and some beers or shots, whatever. And, but the thing is that I told him straight up, listen, look, man, your business model sucks. I mean, and he's an older gent too. He may even be older than me, I think. And the thing is like, you're playing fucking Papa Bear or Grandpa, or grandfather. It's like because your people want 18 to 19-year-olds who fucking spend their money here, who play goddamn Yu-Gi-Oh, who play fucking goddamn Yu-Gi-Oh all day, which is fucking bullshit. They don't want adults. They don't want to be adulting, as Bill Maher so says. And you know what? Fuck that guy. I don't care about Bill Maher. Bill Maher's a cunt. So fuck him. But yeah, I'll take his word. Whatever. Adulting. Yeah. They don't want people adulting. They don't want people paying their fucking bills. They just care about the fucking, dude who the basic stereotypical fucking nerd who doesn't shower, has poor hygiene, and comes in and hangs out all day talking about dumb shit, or basically nothing that actually has to do with fucking responsibility in the real world. I mean, listen, look, nerd stuff, I'm a nerd, and I don't believe it's dumb shit, right? But there are things called the real world, where it's like, none of this fucking shit matters. Who cares about, fucking Star Wars? Or, who cares about if you liked or didn't like Han Solo, a Star Wars story? Fucking, it doesn't matter. It's like, there was an audience for it. I was one of the people who liked it. Chris, on the other hand, didn't really like it so much, but I do understand his complaints, but a lot of his complaints, or a lot of his reasons, because, I don't like using the word complaint. Complaint sounds like whining to me. Too much. It's a pussy word. It's a very, very fucking pussy word. Whine. It's like complaining. It's like whining. I mean, no. I mean, reasons are like, okay, X, Y, and Z. These are the reasons. It's more hard hitting. It's more power. I mean, if you want to say more masculine, well, fucking complaining sounds more feminine. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. He has reasons, and I respect those reasons. It's not gonna it's not going to change my mind about the movie. I saw the motherfucker, and I saw Solo: A Star Wars Story 3 fucking times in the movie theater, and I enjoyed it every single fucking time. I bought it on Blu-ray. Haven't seen it on Blu-ray yet because I've been so fucking uber busy of late. That's why I haven't been doing this or, you know, Gentlemen with Cocktails, Freaks, Geeks, and Star Wars Sheets. And if you hear me saying that, because I'm having to I'm having to just keep on saying it so I can just, you know, it rolls off the tongue because I'm so used to Gentlemen with Cocktails. So, but yeah. So, and the thing was, and he's like, yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, long story short, I mean, he agreed with me. You know, not so many words, but I mean, you know, he's like, yeah, it is. I mean, but for him, he has a wife, he has children, you know, he has a baby mama or an ex-wife, I don't know, but they have a kid. He has a kid by another woman. He remarried. So for him, I mean, it's not like me where I have no fucking children, you know, at least none that I know of. No one's claiming child support from me yet. So, but yeah, so like I'm in a position where it's like, yeah, I can be like this. Well, he, on the other hand, it's like, you know, he's like, dude, I don't think I got any more miles in me. I mean, this is it. And also too, it's like he's trying to climb the corporate ladder, right? So he doesn't want to be the manager, the GM of this fucking store. You know, he wants to be but on the corporate end. And I don't blame him. I mean, that's what I would do too. If I was in his position, I would want to climb the corporate ladder. I would not want to fucking be dealing with people. And that's, you know, I mean, even though I like it, you know, I mean, you're not gonna make a lot of money. It's fucked. It's retarded. It's retarded how it goes. The less interactions you have with people, the more money you make, you know, or at least the less interactions you have with the public, the more money you make. It's so fucking, I mean, it's so dumb. Yeah, I mean, that's unless you're like me and my father, where it's like we're promoters, you know, we the hype motherfuckers. We're the ones that go out there, promote your shit. We're the salesmen, you know. We're the ones that tell you, okay, this is my fucking price. You know, you want me to go to this fucking convention, the Comics Gay Alliance? This is my fucking price. You want me to do this shit for you, baby? Bam, gotcha. Here's my fucking price. You know, and yeah, man, I mean, I don't really rep the CGA all that much anymore, just because, I mean, I don't want to say it's dead in the water. It's just that a lot of our stuff, you know, it's one of those things where, number one, it's, I respect CGA. I you know, I respect the hell out of them. But if they're not, if they're just gonna kind of be like, you know, like whatever happens, and here I am trying to be like, hey man, you know, I got some great ideas. I can be your guy. I just need you motherfuckers to get together and put some shit together, or at least, you know, let's have a meeting and shit. And here I am doing all the fucking work for these guys, and it's like trying to set and trying to network and stuff like that, and they're just kind of like, you know, fucking with their dicks in their hand, just jerking each other off, you know, or giving each other double Dutch rudders. What's the fucking point then? It's like, you know, it's like, all right, man, hey man, get back to me in the new year when you figure whatever fucking shit you need now, because a lot of it is just one of those things of them like, hey, well, we want to see how our first books do and then see where we go from there. It's like, all right, whatever, you know. And also too, it's like, and that's why I started this YouTube channel to build my brand, to get my name. And that's why, you know, the more people who like and subscribe these videos, the more I can get known, the more I can try to do some good for the CGA. Because yeah, I mean, I still feel the same way that I did when I was repping that shit, when I was going balls to the wall 6 months ago, you know, or 7 months ago. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I still have that passion in my heart. The thing is that if these motherfuckers are not going to pay attention, then it doesn't matter how much passion I have. I can't do anything. I can't represent them the way that I want them to, the way that I want to represent them, or the way that they should be represented. You know, or the way that they want to be represented. I mean, that's like, you know, and that's the hardest thing about like selling, like Mike S. Miller, right? Okay, the dude who did fucking, you know, and I'll put him on blast. I'll just do it. I don't give a fuck. I mean, because I'm done. I'm, you know, as you know, I mean, so Mike S. Miller, right? You know, I backed his book. I promoted his stuff. You know, at RobCon and Conapalooza. And the thing was that, you know, Mike S. Miller is a guy who rather take somebody who's known, right? I mean, because the guy's a user. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, at the end of the fucking day, he's just a user. I mean, he used Ethan Van Sciver to get fucking known. He, you know, and because without Ethan Van Sciver, that motherfucker wouldn't be shit. That dude would not have views. That dude would not have anything. You know, the guy's a punk. You know, at the end of the day, who can't fucking manage his shit. You know, who's in fucking debt to the IRS for fucking, you know, a lot of fucking money because the guy's an idiot. You know, financial fucking idiot. Also, too, it's like, you know, he fucked up his shit with DC and fucking Wildstorm. You know, doesn't know how to keep his fucking mouth shut. Me, I got nothing to lose here, so it's like, you know, I'm a nobody. But I was trying to get in contact with him and stuff like that, and I was trying very hard to sell him, like, listen, look, man, I can sell your shit in the Southeast region. It's hungry for this stuff, man. It's like, you know, I just need your, I just need you to help me help you. And that's the truth, man, is that I can't help you without you helping me, without you giving me promotional material, without you fucking giving me something, man. Like, even if you don't want me to know your fucking address, I even told him, I was like, listen, look, man, just send me your stuff. You know, send it to FedEx, UPS, fucking, and I'll pick it up, right? You don't even have to know my fucking information. It's just basically, you give me stuff, I will send it back to you if you want. I'm just borrowing it, you know? You know, I would sign a fucking contract saying that if I don't give you back this stuff, you have every fucking right to sue the fuck out of me. You know, because that's how literally how serious I was about promoting Mike S. Miller stuff, because he's a fantastic fucking artist. I'm not going to take anything away from the guy when it comes to his artistry. He's a master craftsman of his talents, but the guy is fucking retarded when it comes to financial shit. You know, and he doesn't understand. That's why artists, creators, when it comes to financial stuff, they don't fucking understand, you know, a damn thing. You a lot of times, unless you have a degree, unless you have formal fucking education, or you've been around that road. Now, yes, this man is like 50, is like, what is it? Like he's like a decade, maybe a little bit over, older than me, so that's fine. But I mean, I know fucking 20-year-olds who know more about finance than fucking I do. You see what I'm saying? Because they have more formal education than I do on this stuff. You know, I mean, a lot of mine is formal education, yes, but it's also trial and error and stuff like that, and doing this shit for like a lifetime, and knowing what works and what doesn't work, at least for me. But the fact of the matter is that, you know, we were in talks about me going, because he said that, hey, listen, look, you know, I'm going to be going to New York Comic Con. I'm like, okay, cool. Hey, man, if you want me to help you, I'm totally. And there was another guy, you know, that I won't mention his name, but the gentleman's 11 Bravo like I am. He was trying to help a battle buddy out, you know, Ranger buddy, and you know, he was trying to you know, get me in good graces with him and stuff like that. But, you know, Mike S. Miller, being the fuckhole that he is, I mean, he just does not want, I mean, he just, you know, I mean, the guy calls himself a Christian, but, you know, it's like, I mean, he's that type of Christian that's just, I mean, hell, I'm a bad Catholic, you know, but I mean, he's a bad Christian. Let's just put it like that. He ain't the fucking type to help out his brethren in any damn, not just because he didn't help me out. No, just the way he is. You know? I mean, you have people who preach about the Lord, and that's great. But then you have, when it comes time to actually do the Lord's work or do what the Lord says, that motherfucker don't do it. You know, at least when it comes to like helping thy brother out or sister or whatever. You know. So yeah, I mean, I don't feel bad for putting him on blast. Fuck him. You know. And yeah, so I mean, but yeah, and that's the thing where, you know, he and I told him, I was like, listen, look, man, I can be personal security for you. I've done security work before too, you know, because he was worried about, you know, people coming after him because he's Gate and stuff like that. And I was telling him, like, listen, look, man, if you want to make if you want to make tidal waves, you got to have a thunderstorm, right? And that's the problem with CGA, is that they don't know what the fuck they want to do. Because, and also too, Mike S. Miller was looking to make money at the show instead of promoting, which is great, fine, dandy, good on ya, you know. But you know, you're bringing all this shit, you're bringing all this stuff, you know, which nobody's gonna fucking buy probably, and because you ain't a fucking Scott Snyder, you ain't a fucking Greg Capullo, you ain't fucking Assad Ribic. You know, you're not Sarah Pacelli. I mean, you're Mike S. fucking Miller, who got kicked off of fucking DC and Wildstorm. You know, that's who you are, and you're doing your fucking pretty much rip off of Captain fucking America and Hal Jordan. You know, and which, you know, Lone Star is a pretty good character. You know. But if we're gonna, but I mean, it's like it can be inspired by whatever. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is that and I'm just generalizing it. General audience is going to see it as a ripoff of Captain America, but just Navy, or they're going to be like, oh yeah, it's an out. And even if you're a critical thinker, you're going to be like, oh well, yeah, it's Hal Jordan and Captain America put together. It's like, you know, you just took DC and Marvel, mashed them together, and made your own thing. Way to go, buddy. You know, real fucking original. I mean, that's what the general audience is going to look at, and especially if like you're a comic book person, you know. So yeah, I mean, that's the thing, and you know, that's it for like the CGA and myself. I know I got way off topic, but I mean, it relates to sales. I mean, we're talking about selling, so I mean, and that's the thing, is that I'm here, right? I'm here. I mean, CGA, Ethan Van Sciver, ever wants me to promote his stuff. Mitch and Elizabeth Breitweiser ever want me to promote their stuff. You know, Ben Hennessy ever wants me to promote his stuff. Also, too, like I just, and here's the other thing too, and that's not the major thing about. I mean, all those other people I just said, I will promote their stuff. Mike S. Miller, I don't really care for anymore. To be perfectly honest, I don't. And the one thing is that there is this YouTube lady that I'm you know, that I know on a Discord, and she's a very very nice young lady, and the thing is that she's been building her brand, and so she was very faithful to Mike S. Miller and stuff like that, and the thing is that there's this one guy, I guess his name, I don't know his fucking name. His name's, I mean, they call him Sketch. He's just some loudmouth Puerto Rican dude that just calls himself a consumer and just like, you know, just talks a lot, probably talks out of his ass. Oh yeah, he's also prior service too, or he's in the military. I don't give a fuck. The guy's an idiot. You know, and if I ever see him in real life, no, I'll call him a fucking idiot. Say it to his face. You're an idiot. You know, it's like, what the fuck are you gonna do to me? It's like, pal. It's like, fucking, you know, blow hot air, bore me to death. But the thing is that, so, like, she was one of the people who was in charge of the Lone Star fan group that I was also a part of too. I was invited, and well, Sketch was talking mad shit about her and some other people, and this lady, being the kind-hearted soul that she was, she spent like, I think like a lot of money, like up in the hundreds, up in the hundreds of dollars to support Mike S. Miller and a lot of his stuff. You know, whether it was like the book, The Lone Star, whether it was like oh shit, just damn, I can't remember what they call it. You know, where an artist does like a sketch or work on the side, you know, work for pay, you know, type things. Like, you know, like this lady was like she was really into what is it, Firestar from DC, Teen Titans, and Dick Grayson. So, you know, and basically, you know, this guy Sketch was talking mad shit about her on the interwebs, and she brought it up to Mr. Miller, and also another person who asked her to start up the group, you know, to be in charge of it. And basically, at the end of the day, Mike was like, well, he's too big of a name, you know, to just fucking let go. And so, since she had no notoriety at that time, he was like, well, them's the fucking break. So you can stay or you can fucking leave, but, you know, this guy Sketchy ain't going nowhere, you know. And so once, you know, I heard that, and once I did a little bit of my own research, because I don't take anything for at face value. It's like I have to do a little bit of research myself. Once I found out about that, I was like, yeah, I'm fucking done with this guy. I mean, that was kind of like, that was the straw that broke the camel's back, because I already knew that Mike S. Miller was a shady motherfucker. But, you know, I mean, this just right here was just kind of like, yeah, you know, it's like, you've spent all the goodwill from me that fucking, and I don't really want anything to do with him, especially when it comes to Confiscated Alliance, you know, stuff. I won't promote his stuff anymore. I don't even want to at this point. He's fucking mud, in my opinion. And I have no problem telling that guy, you know, to his face, you know, if I ever see him out in fucking Cali, like, yeah, dude, you're mud, or more like horse shit, you know. I don't care how many fucking cholos you know there, dude. Fucking, you know, I'm fucking military, bro. You know, what the fuck you gonna do? I mean, yeah. So, but yeah, getting back to ranted on that shit. I don't know, fucking diatribe there for a minute. But yeah, getting back to the locally owned Tri-Cities place, game all-in-one game shop, not GameStop. I work for them. I love GameStop. They're great. Shit. Yeah, but no. And I just told him straight up, like, the business model that they're using is fucking stupid. It's dumb, and he knows it. But the thing, my manager buddy. But the thing is that, you know, he, you know, I don't really see him. I see him trying to climb the corporate ladder. I mean, the people who are in power shouldn't be in power because they're fucking retards. And I don't mean like they're intellectually disabled. I mean, no, they're just fucking stupid. You know, like see, back in my day in the 90s, you know, when I was in high school, you know, retarded meant stupid. Like gay meant dumb and stupid. And gay, even before it, somehow, some way, it became anonymous with homosexuality, meant you were happy. That's why at the end of the Flintstones, they say, we'll have a gay old time. Now, a lot of millennials won't fucking understand what the hell I'm talking about, but yeah, if you look at, you know, Hanna-Barbera cartoons, you know, say, we'll have a gay old time, you know, it's like, you know, for the Flintstones, so, you know. And that's the thing, is that, but yeah, so apparently, like, yeah, so yeah, they're just fucking retarded. You know, they're just stupid. They shouldn't be. Hey, Big G, what's up, my man? Just talking a little sales and selling. Talking about how one of the Tri-City areas business models are pretty fucking stupid. No, I'm not talking about GameStop. GameStop, they're great. But I'm talking about, it may be considered a GameStop competitor, but their business model is fucking dumb and retarded. So I'm just kind of going off on a diatribe about that. And talking about a little bit about like my past selling and stuff. Since I've been in sales all my life, ever since I was in elementary school, I'm selling wrapping paper to old ladies and, you know, cougars. Well, you know, I will not confirm nor deny that one, Big G. But look at my face. It may be. It may not be. I don't know. But yeah, so but yeah, that's so yeah, it's just one of those things where their business model, it's stupid. It's yeah, I know. But yeah, it's just their business model. So just at the end of the day, it's just their business model is dumb. It doesn't. They don't want people. They don't want actual salesmen or salespersons. They want people who hang out there and shit, and they're just who are like kids, right? Like the inmates run the asylum, right? You know, it's bonkers. But yeah, so and that's all I'm gonna say about them. So, but yeah, I would say there are other places too that, I mean, I've worked, like Best Buy, for instance. You know, Big G, you could probably relate to this one. Best Buy is selling for Best Buy and being in sales with Best Buy. The customer is always going to be treated like gold. Even when I go into Best Buy now, I am treated like gold. You know, and I still shop at Best Buy because they have some really good fucking deals. Oh yeah. And I'm not afraid. I mean, you know, I still see people that I used to work with over there, and I'm like, damn, you're still here? It's like, yeah, I haven't graduated college yet, and I like failed pre-cal like fucking twice or whatever. It's like, you know, or organic chemistry like twice or some stupid shit. You know, and it's like, well, man, you know, it's like that's what probably happens when you're working here like 40 fucking hours for like $1.50, and you know, you don't put your studies before, you know, shit, and you're partying too much. Oh yeah, and you're like fucking 20. So way to go, big guy. Or 19 or whatever. But yeah, so yeah, Best Buy, like working for them, it was like, I will say that they well, like I was a salesman in the computer. I started out computers, and then they had me cross train into cameras, and he also had me cross train into TV a little bit too. So like, but because we were losing so many fucking people. And oh yeah, that one shop I was talking about, their turnover is a fucking employees were high as fuck last year or this year alone. And that's the thing, same thing with, and that's the thing about retail too, is that retail is fucking bonkers, where retail, there is a bit of a high turnover. That's why I mean, I love retail, but I also hate it. It's a love-hate relationship I have with retail. Like, I love it because I love the human interaction. I love being with people. I love the fast pace and stuff like that. I don't love that sometimes, like at Best Buy, we had a fucking script, or we had the role play, which was fucking retarded in and of itself, because I couldn't really role play with my boss, because it's just kind of like, I knew it was fake. I'm better at selling an individual, like a stranger, right, than my boss, because I know this whole thing is fake. That's why I'm not a good actor. I will never be a good actor, because this shit's fake. You know, it's like, yeah, it's just, yeah. I would never make it out as an actor. Thank Christ I don't live in LA. But yeah. Oh yeah, it's like, And that's good. Yeah, man, because it's just one of those things where, I mean, you hit the nail on the head, Big G. It's just, yeah, it's fake as fuck. And you do not show your talent. And what I mean, your sales talent. Like everybody, that's why it's so hard to judge. I mean, to me, I mean, when a person's pretty, I mean, I've never been in the position of having to hire a person, but like if a person comes in with, they don't have to come in a fucking 3-piece suit, but if they come in with like a dress shirt, nice pressed slacks, dress shoes, looking pretty sharp and spiffy, not like clean shaven, but they have a beard like me, they groom up and stuff, they keep it very, very, very nice and not unkempt. Yeah, you are totally right. Until you actually see them, like just to let everyone know, Big G was in the comments, said that basically anyone can say the words, you can go off script, but until you actually see the person in action, it's completely different. And you are totally right, Big G. It is just that way. And let me say, I hope everything's going good with you, man. I tried reaching out to you once before over the phones, but I don't know if you got my message or if you've just been uber busy. But man, I hope all the best is going on, man. But yeah, man, if you want to talk like privately and stuff, man, like after this or like in a day or two, man, just give me a call, man, or text me or whatever. But yeah, man, I do hope everything's going good, man. I've been saying some prayers for you, man. So like, yeah, man, I understand. But yeah, sorry, I'm getting off topic. Yeah, I can imagine. Imagine they were pretty nuts. But yeah, so it's just, so yeah, Best Buy, working for them in computers, I liked it. Oh, okay, cool, man. Yeah, just hit me up, man, when you do another live stream, man. And I actually work tomorrow, so if you're doing a live stream tonight, man, I probably won't be able to make it to that one, man. But yeah, anytime after like next week, man, just let me know, man. And yeah, dude, I'll if I can, I'll be in the live stream. Fuck yeah. But yeah, so Best Buy, they're, yeah, like I said, their customers, they treat like gold. I mean, they will work with you, even if it's just for like a measly 10%. They will give you something. Bad thing is they don't get military discount, but even if you kind of like, but they're willing to work with you. Let's see. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Just the thing that I didn't like about working at Best Buy was the simple fact of that we were so dead set on having to sell additional shit and not just the product itself. And they would just drive that fucking nail in the coffin every fucking time. And what I mean is like additional stuff as in like accidental protection on your laptop or your PC, or like Geek Squad shit, which honestly, I mean, I saw motherfuckers like lie their asses off when I was there. And if anybody ever fucking tries this, fucking oust me on that or try to say, no, it's like, yeah, I did, literally, hand to God, I saw a motherfucker say, oh yeah, hey, you can bring it back in and not a problem, and even I fucking, I mean, it's like, because I got misinformation, I was told that, yeah, these people could bring this shit back in. Now, maybe that was the policy back in the day and the person just got misinformation, but like, here's the little factor. Geek Squad actually has to have it for like 2 weeks, before they can ship it off. They have to actually try to fix the problem. You do not get a laptop or a PC right then there, Johnny, on the fucking spot. I mean, you're basically, and then if they can't fix the problem, then it's shipped off, and then you're waiting like a month to like a month and a half for your fucking hardware to get back. So if you're a college student, you're pretty much fucked. I mean, if all your shit's saved on like your stuff, I mean, it sucks. It really does. So yeah, I mean, that's just one of those things where, and also too, they didn't give a fuck about, the only thing that they gave a fuck about was numbers, right? I mean, my problem was with them is that I was 2 months in a row. I was part-time. So I got like minimum of like 20 hours. And sometimes I would get even 25 a week. But the thing is that I was actually beating a lot of the other people in sales, and I would always try to be like, hey, when can I get a full-time position? Now, this is before I went back to ETSU to finish up my bachelor's. So, and so they basically kept me on a hook. Well, it's like, and finally, I was just like, well, fuck it. I'm outproducing this motherfucker who tells old ladies that they need fucking a MacBook Pro, that they need a FaceTime with their grandson, which really they just want to Skype with them, and stuff like that. And, it's just being like a fucking dirt merchant, man. It's just like, it's, doing some dirt McGurk shit. And, so I was just like, what, fuck this. So I gave my fucking 2 weeks and I fucking went back to college and fucking finished my, finished my bachelor's. But I've never worked for fucking Best Buy again, but I sure as hell will go in there when I've got fucking deals. You damn right. I wouldn't go there on Black Friday. Fuck that shit. I ain't that fucking stupid. And all that too, and a lot of things too is that unless a lot of the deals a lot of the deals with retail, I mean, not every store is this way, so I can't speak for GameStop on this one. But a lot of the retail stores like Target, 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 Walmart, Best Buy, H. Gregg, those are sales that have gone on. Those are the sales that have gone on for pretty much, they're seasonal. Like they, throughout the year they've been going on. It's just, and I'm talking about like smaller stuff like CDs, DVDs, games, stuff like that. Now there are specific like Black Friday sales and even like Thanksgiving sales, and then pre-Black Friday, post-Black Friday, fucking Cyber Monday, all that shit, where they're specifically for that day. Hell, even us at GameStop, I mean, we had fucking God of War, just standard edition God of War, brand new for $17. I don't think we ever fucking had that on sale. I never saw that. And that motherfucker came out in April. And it just got Game of the Year, And I couldn't believe it that it beat Red Dead Redemption 2. Because, I mean, I haven't played God of War yet. I mean, I own it. But, I mean, I've been so enthralled with Red Dead Redemption 2. As you probably know from the Gentleman Cocktails that last fucking 3 that we've done. I mean, it's like a damn saga now. A lot of it's been Red Dead Redemption 2 talk. But yeah, so the just it's the deals that you get. I mean, like there was I remember one year I worked at Best Buy, there was like a doorbuster sale. So you had these motherfuckers standing in line out in the fucking cold, right? Setting up tents and shit. And I'm just like, this is fucking retarded just to save, a few bucks. I mean, yeah, I can understand, Tennessee taxes are fucking astronomical. But it's like, dude, if you're going to do that, you might as well just go to fucking Virginia. I mean, we're not that far away from Virginia. And the Best Buy, I think it's like, man, maybe 30 minutes away or 45 minutes. Fuck, I mean, the taxes over there is like 5%, man. It's half of what the fuck we are. Or like 4.5. It's like, dude, you might as well just buy your shit over there if you can. If you know somebody. I mean, fucking stay at their house. If you're that desperate to get some Black Friday deals. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not trying to tell anybody to fucking, but it's just one of those things. It's like with GameStop, on the other hand, I mean, we have really good. We had really good fucking deals this Black Friday and Thanksgiving. I mean, fuck. I mean, I bought stuff because it was so good. You know, I couldn't give it. I would not have. I mean, we had, what was it? Fallout 76 on sale, $20 cheaper. I believe the only one who had it cheaper, and this is from I this is not firsthand information. This is all secondhand because I didn't go to Target on this one. But I was told that they had Fallout 76 for half off, $30. Now I think that accumulates to the fucking game just being utter shit and just running like fuck all. And I mean, I haven't played it, but I mean, I've seen enough Let's Plays of it and enough fucking gameplay of it just to be like, yeah, I'm not playing this game. I love Fallout. I love Skyrim. Elder Scrolls is, I like those games, and I like Bethesda, right? I love the Fallout series ever since they took it over. And, Fallout 3, 4, Fallout New Vegas, I have all those games on PC and I really fucking enjoy them. But the thing is that I would not get Fallout 76 just for the simple fact is that it did a 56 gig patch, and that's another fucking game right there. I mean, it's just that's how much fucking problems the shit was. Plus, the Ultimate Edition that people had to go online for, they didn't get the canvas bag. They got some piece of shit garbage pail kid bag, with their fucking power armor helmet. It's just fucking retarded, man. It's just, and now Bethesda getting sued because you can't return it because they went through their own application launcher instead of going through Steam, because Steam you can return shit on Steam. There is because I've done it before, because a game that I bought on Steam would not play on mine on my system. So what I did was that I contacted Steam, let them know, hey, it's not working, and they totally refunded my money. But I bought another game. I think I bought Ghostbusters, the video game, and thoroughly enjoyed that. And then I bought, I think, Shadowrun, the new Shadowrun that came out from Harebrained Schemes, and all the DLC for that. And so they got my money. Either way, they got my money. It was just one of those things that they just didn't get for that game. And I don't blame Steam at all. It just, my system, I don't know. I was still running Windows 7 at the time, so maybe, even though it said it could work on Windows 7, maybe it just, I don't know. It just would not run properly. I mean, it just, I couldn't even fucking, I mean, there was just times where it just wouldn't even, I go to the application, click on it, and it just fucking wouldn't even start. I mean, and this is the bad thing about Bethesda too, is that basically here's how you know that the game was bad, because they didn't have an open beta. At least they had open beta to the point of, number one, it was from these hours to these hours. Okay. Now, some could say that, well, they're trying to figure out, usage and what time it may be the busiest and stuff like that. Okay, all right. But on the flip side, it'd be like, well, now that we know the game is so fucking buggy, now that they basically didn't put out a finished product, that you can say now that, yeah, hey, you were trying to hide shit. You didn't want everyone to fucking see all the flaws and shit. Now, I'm not saying the Red Dead Redemption 2 is like, has no bugs, because it does. I mean, one of the biggest ones is the fucking high society one, or polite society one, in chapter fucking 2, where if you fail that, or if you don't do the mission correctly, you lose the fucking Marston's and Sadie until chapter 4, which basically, quick tip, don't do that mission first. Do another mission. Do Leopold Strauss's fucking mission first, where you do the debt collecting, and then go back to that one. So you don't lose the Marstons and fucking Sadie. I mean, you still. I mean, there is you do a mission where you got to take young Jack Marston fishing, which that will pop up But if you want to like talk with anybody in the camp and shit, like the Marstons or fucking Sadie, Adler, yeah, shit ain't gonna happen. You know, if you do polite society first, and I think what happened was is that I failed the mission, or something happened in the mission. I didn't do it right, so I retried from the checkpoint because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing half the fucking game. Because also these were new mechanics for me, but or so I retried from the checkpoint instead of. But if you do it from the start of the mission and you complete it with no hiccups or anything, it won't do what I just said. You won't lose the Marstons. That's two ways of not losing the Marstons. Number one, don't do polite society first. Do another mission first, and then come back to polite society. And number two, if you failed one part of the mission, go back to the start of the mission. Just do the fucking thing over, and try to do it with no retries from a checkpoint. So, just a little FYI for everyone. But yeah, it's like, but GameStop. I mean, GameStop have really good deals. I mean, I got a lot of good stuff. Oh, I got the collector's edition of God of War. That's what I got. Yeah, because it was because I planned on getting God of War for $40, and because I saw they went on sale. But then I saw the collector's edition was actually the same fucking price as I think it was a pre-Black Friday sale. I could be wrong about this, but I saw the collector's edition because I have it, and it has like a 9-inch statue of Kratos and Atreus, just looking all badass and shit, fighting like a white or some shit, you know, from Game of Thrones, and or a White Walker. Yeah, there we go. Which I think white. They're called whites in the books. I could be wrong. And but yeah, it's like, but I saw that was just like the regular price, so I was like, well, fuck it, man. It's like usually collector's editions are like, you know, higher, like 80 to like 100. But I mean, that comes with the statue, a cloth, a map, was it a card with the first what is it, concept art of Kratos and Atreus. I mean, and there's a lot of other cool shit in there too. Oh yeah, you have DLC content that you get. You get I think like a Death Guardian axe and Death Guardian shield. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, you know, I plan on buying the game. You know, I mean, for $40. I mean, but you know, 60. I mean, that's how much the game came out for. You know, originally. So it's like, yeah. And then it came all the way down to $17 on the Black Friday. So it's like, yeah, shit, man. It's like, I mean, I don't know how much so yeah, I think that was a pre-Black Friday sale that I got it for, but the collector's edition, I want to say. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, you know, working for GameStop, it's really good. I mean, I've worked for GameStop when they were like fucking electronics boutique. So that's like when they were doing the transit before GameStop bought them out and stuff, and you know, so I mean when like, cause I think I've worked at GameStop. First time I think I was part time, then the second time was seasonal, and this is like the third or fourth time. Because like when I was in the military, they wanted to make extra cash. I mean, you know, if I was like home on leave or something, or like, you know, I mean, I would do like I mean, shit. I was a model for Abercrombie and Fitch, like just like outside model, just standing out there in like board shorts and some flip flops, just, you know, with my shirt off, looking all ripped and shit, as I did, and this was pre-tattoos, so I didn't have my lovely finger paint. I did but yeah, because this was like when I was like first in the military, and yeah, it was like right. I want to say it was like maybe like it was like the first year or year and a half after I got from basic and AIT. I got my first duty station. And yeah, and so yeah, I just you know, like a buddy of mine was like, hey man, it's like, you want to make some extra cash? I'm like, yeah. And then yeah, we would just you know, fucking stand out there, fucking with our shirts off and board shorts, sandals, just looking all sexy. But everyone knew I was in the military because my hair was cut so short. You know, even though I had like a fade and shit, and my hair was kind of long on top, they were like, "You're in the military." I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, it's like, you know, I didn't have a beard or anything, so it's like, but yeah, so yeah. But yeah. So selling, it is a tough thing. I will say that. But once you get used to it, once you fine tune, and once you get, I will say that another thing too, you have to divorce yourself from, you have to divorce yourself from situations when it comes to selling. You cannot take it personal. Okay. At least this is what I've learned. And hey, man, take it, you know, anybody out there, take it with a grain of salt, because this may not work for you, but it works for me. If a person wants to get upset and mad at me for selling them a product that doesn't work, for instance, and I'm just like, okay, I'm sorry it doesn't work, but we can replace it for you. And if we can't replace it, then I will do everything in my power to try to make it right. Now, if the product doesn't work and it's beyond the time that they can bring it back, I will try to make things right. Like, hey, listen, look, normally we wouldn't do this, but hey, you know, and I've done this in the past. At other jobs, I talked with a manager, and we'll give you storage credit. So that way, we can't give you your cash back, unfortunately, because it's over time. Basically, it's been like 3 months, but you did have the receipt, and we see that you're a loyal customer. So we'll give you, we'll put it towards storage credit, because basically you probably are going to come back in here for Christmas or something, or a birthday, and you can put that $30 or $50 towards like that. And usually people are pretty good about that. But some are just kind of like, and some are just like, give me the cash. You know, it's like, they're like that fucking guy from Fifth Element. It's like, no, dude, we can't give you fucking cash. Or, ma'am, we can't give you cash. You know, and then for some reason, they feel like we're failing them. It's like, motherfucker, we're not. You know, you came in here 3 months afterwards, and you want to fucking say that your shit ain't working now, and we're trying, and we shouldn't even take this motherfucker back, but we have this thing called lost lead, which every fucking store has, and every fucking store has insurance on their products and stuff. And the thing is that usually businesses, as far as I remember now, because of inflation, this may have upped, but it used to be like $20,000-$30,000 that a store could take on, which nowadays they call shrink. You know? I never fucking, I know what shrink is. It's just I never use it because I use the old school terminology, lost lead, because that's what I was always taught because of my father. And but you're allowed now having it is just like a buffer, right? You don't want to use it. You don't want to tap into it. It's kind of like tapping into petty cash, right? The petty cash is there, but you really don't want to fucking use it until, like, you know, break in case of emergency type shit, you know. And so that's the thing about like the lost lead, is like where the other thing too is that, because since you're willing to bend over backwards for this person, I mean, you see that you're trying to build a rapport with them as well, because you just don't see them as just a fucking customer. You are a human being. You are showing them compassion. Now, is it out of line to remind these motherfuckers that I'm a human being and I'm showing you compassion and I'm not being nasty to you? I am trying every which way to work with you. Hell no. Fuck no, man. Remind them motherfuckers, you know, that yeah, I'm a human being too. I'm not just trying to sell you on some shit and be like, bye-bye, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on, bitch. You know, you dumb fuck. No, you're not. Because you want them to come back and be like, hey, You know, the guy with the tattoos, yeah. What's his name? Jordan. The guy with the fucking sleeves. Oh, Greg, yeah, Gregory, yeah. That guy. That guy was fucking amazing. I want him. I don't want to deal with you. Thank you very fuck you. I'm dealing with Gregory or Greg or the guy or Mr. Sleeves. You know, I don't want fucking deal with anyone else because he's not gonna fuck me like probably you would. And that's what building a rapport is all about. That's called loyalty. That's like, and that's something that, and it's like an infectious fucking disease, right? It's contagious. It's like once customers see that, once a customer shows that, other customers will see that and be like, oh shit, this guy must be fucking pretty good. And then coworkers will either hate your fucking guts or want to be more like you and be like, teach me, Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. I must learn the ways. You know, it's like, you know, and really it's just like, yeah, I mean, you just gotta fucking not be not be an asshole, you know. It's like, even though you may have financial problems, you may have things going on in your life, you have to divorce those things. And when you're at work and just realize that, yeah, man, my problems are not these people's problems. And if I can help out one person, you know, try to do something good, then I mean, I haven't, you know, I know that I've made their day. If I can make them smile, if I can, you know, uh, lighten the load, because you know we're all humans. We have our shit. It's like, yeah. Have you ever gone to the grocery store and like you're standing in fucking line? You get off of work and it's like 5 o'clock. Everybody goes to the fucking grocery store after work. They don't go back, take a shower, go back out at like 9 or 8, you know, or 10. You know, if you work a 9 to 5 job, no, they go straight to the grocery store, and like you're standing in the line forever, and you're like, oh my gosh, everything's taking so long. And it's like, you know, maybe the cashier is new, maybe the cashier rung up something twice and she's having a hard time. Maybe the fucking machine is just being the fucking dick, you know, for the cashier. And you know, hey, technology, right? You know, and you could probably see on the cashier's face that she's frustrated, or he or them, you know, whatever fucking gender they are, you know, they, you know, and just by you showing a little bit of compassion, being like, you know, hey, Susan, how are you? Are you having a good day? You know, I saw that you were having a little trouble before. I just want to let you know, don't worry about it. It's cool. You know, you're going to be all right. Just take a breath. It's going to be good, you know, and smile at them and just be like, listen, look, I'm in retail too, or I've been in retail too. I've done I've done cashiering as well. Not at a fucking grocery store, but you know, I've done it for, you know, in the public, you know, at Eddie Bauer or fucking Target or whatever. So I can feel your pain. So don't worry about it. You know, you'll get through it. It's all right. You know, um, and that's what. And I'm not saying that everyone has to do that, but if one person does it, people will be like, yeah, it's really not that fucking bad. I mean, if one person sees that, then it's like, either they're going to be like, oh, fuck, apparently this person doesn't have anything to fucking do. Or number two, they're going to be like, you know what? You know, and if a person starts that shit, another person going to be like, you know what? Why don't you shut the fuck up? You know, where, yeah, you got kids. I got fucking kids. We all got fucking kids that we got to get to daycare and shit. But this lady's trying her best. Susan's trying her best. And, you know, the machine's just fucking up. Just take a back beat and shut the fuck up. You know? And that's it. That's all, man. I mean, just compassion. That's all, man. And that's the thing of too, is that selling stuff and just not taking things personal with selling. I mean, and for some people, it's hard to divorce themselves. I mean, it's just it. And I'm not saying that is easy, because it's not. I know when I was first in selling, and I'm not talking about like when I was a kid, you know, little fucking, you know, when I was the, you know, little baby handsome Cobra, when, you know, going to fucking all the old ladies, you know, with gift wrapping paper. I mean, like when I first got into sales professionally, you know, it was very hard for me. And even when I was out of it for a long time, it was very hard for me to get back into it. It's you know, because it's like, but it's kind of like an old bicycle. It's like, you never, you don't really forget. You just are rusty, and so you don't. So the fundamentals may not come back to you right away, but you know, after doing it for like an hour or two, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I can ride this bicycle without my handle, without any hands, and I can just, you know, I can ride it just using my hips. You know what I'm saying? I can, you know, like I'm fucking back on the hockey rink. You know, fucking skate. You know, stuff like that. I mean, it's just one of those things where, but don't take it personally. Just because when you start taking things personally, you start to down yourself. You become your own worst enemy. And the thing is like the only thing you can do realistically is be like, all right, fuck it, I fucked up. Okay, I suck. I know I suck. All right, but you know what? That's not going to deter me from trying to be better. You know, I mean, the thing is that failure is something that happens to people when they don't try. When you try, you don't fail. It's not goddamn Yoda's fucking wrong. And even Yoda in The Last Jedi said he was wrong. You know, I mean, and it's a goddamn fictitious movie, for fuck's sake. But, you know, I mean, when he's like, you know, there is no try, there is do or no, or do or don't do. You know, there is no try. Yeah. Do or don't do. There is no try. Yeah. Guy's fucking full of shit. It's like true failure is when you don't even have the courage to try. And that's what it is. And because you never know if you're going to fail if you don't try. Now, you may not have confidence in yourself, and I understand that. But if you're like me, like I'm like, son of a bitch, I want to do it again, you know? Like on a video game, like Red Dead. Like Red Dead, I sucked at it. I fucking sucked at it. I really did. I kept on dying so many fucking times from like bears attacking me and fucking wolves coming out of the woodwork, fucking cougar coming up, fucking my jugular. It's like, yeah, I fucking sucked. But you know, I got so fucking pissed one time. I wanted to throw my damn controller at the fucking screen, and I hadn't wanted to do that ever since Atari 2600. You know, trying to play one of those fucking games. Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, but I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to fucking have me a coffee. and I'm going to fucking do this. I'm going to fucking figure out the mechanics, you know, see the patterns, use some scientific, formulaic, whatchamadoodle. try to use some creative thinking and deduce the situation like Sherlock Holmes would, and just be like, okay, what am I doing wrong? And yeah, and then finally, you know, I was like, oh, okay. And it's like, and yeah, and once you do that, once you accept, here's the thing too. Once you accept that you have flaws and you are a flawed person, and everyone else is a fucking flawed person too, that even if you have like a boss, and I'll just say this, even if you have a boss that if you think your boss hates your guts, they may not, or they may just be like, okay, whatever. I mean, they may not talk to you like one-on-one, like, hey man, we're all human and shit, because maybe they're not that sociable, you know, they're not a sociable person like I am. But, you know, if you try to please people, especially like a boss, then most likely you're setting yourself up for failure. But if you're like, listen, look, boss, this is the way that I am, and you don't say fucking, but you just be like, listen, boss, you gave me this job. I'm doing the best I can. If my best ain't good enough, then sayonara, you know, or you're going to let me run this shit like the way that I fucking want to, you know, the best that's for me, the best way that I can. If you need me to do certain things, I will make sure these certain things are done. But within those certain things, I'm going to make sure that this is more organic to the way that I run this fucking ship. Okay. And I'm like, because what I'm talking about is if there's like 3 things that your boss, your up boss, right? Your district manager or, you know, supervisor or like, who's a regional manager, excuse me. That's what I was trying to think of. I mean, if there's 3 things that must happen, you know, A, B, C, X, Y, Z, right? Whichever fucking way you want to go with it. you're like, okay, cool. Then you add A, B, and C to the X, Y, and Z. You add your own flavor. Now the thing is that you just kind of if your regional boss or district manager comes in, or regional district boss comes in, and he's like, okay, well, you didn't do what I did, what I told you to. I'm like, no, I did. Here's A, B, and C. I added X, Y, and Z to it. And now they may say, way to go, Rogers, or they may say, okay, yeah, it works, whatever way. It's like, so long you do what they tell you to. I mean, it's kind of like, fuck them. I mean, or it's like, or if for some reason they're like, okay, you didn't do what I said. It's like, yeah, I did do what you said. It just wasn't working. It just doesn't work for my region, my store. I tried it. I tried it for like a week. What fucking happening, man? It's like, so I did it this way, and you know what? This way is fucking. And you just tell them, like, listen, look, man, I take full responsibility, man. I told my people, man, it's like, this is all me. Ain't got nothing to do with it. They didn't get their hands dirty. It's all me. I take full responsibility, for these actions. Fuck them. And that's the thing, is that basically, and that's the other thing too, is that a lot of times, man, selling is like taking responsibility, being a big boy or a big girl, and just taking responsibility for your actions. I mean, it's just like, yeah, I fucking did this. So what? I mean, the shit sucked in the first fucking place. I came up with something better because I may not be in the fucking position, but it's like I know my store, or I know this area, right? And that's the thing about it, is that because I'm here every fucking week and you're not. You came in here, and this happened in Best Buy, right? Like I can guarantee you fucking, I mean, this is like, because everybody getting a fucking hoopla about the regional manager, and I'm just like, fuck it, man, I mean, and yeah, am I a grunt? I guess, am I just a sales associate? Yeah, man. But even if I were a supervisor or a manager, I would still be the same way, because of the simple fact is, like, in the military, they tell you to know your job plus 2 jobs above. So, like if you're just like, I'll just say E1, E2, you're not even a fucking team leader, man. You're just in the military, right? You need to know the job of your team leader, and then your fucking squad leader. I think it's one above, but like the unit I was with first, we were like, my squad leader was like, listen, look, man, if you want to get promoted fast, you better know your fucking the team leader's job plus my fucking job. So, and we're in a time of war, so infantrymen get fucking promoted quick. So I'm like, okay, cool. That's what I was taught. So, and that's what I take from my teachings. So. But yeah, just selling is a bitch. And because if you're not comfortable around, and here's the thing I will say. and I'll close with this like little story, because I've been going on for a while now. I've been to a store where before I worked for this company, and this is all true. Before I worked for this company that I'm talking about, now we'll just say what rhymes with Sears. No, it's a company like Sears. But we'll say Elk. The company's name's Elk, okay? Elk, I knew a guy. It's fictitious now. The store is fictitious. But Elk, this one, I was a customer in Elk. And this one person who was the manager, I guess, of the store, and I didn't find this out until later, they would always be in the back, right? they would always be in the back. And the one time, like there, and I don't say one time because I mean I would come in the store and like basically this person, like they really rubbed me the wrong way on multiple occasions because number one, I'm a very talkative person. I like to get to know people. And this person was just like every time, just they're not a very sociable person. I don't know if they're antisocial or they just hate their lives or you know they just fucking want to drink themselves in a drunken stupor. But they just totally were not the most sociable person on the planet at Belk. And excuse me, elk. and so and then I was like, okay, you know, I was like, yeah, I'm really not gonna like this person. I just know. And then eventually I got a job at Elk, and everything that and just like having to be around this person just was like, fuck. You know, I just did not like being around this person. It was just because number one, the person just wanted to sit in the back all day. I mean, yeah, I mean they're a manager and stuff, but the thing is that a good manager leads from the front, not from the rear. They're not a fucking custard. Okay. Team leader, squad leader, fucking any person in a leadership position. I was in a leadership position. I was a team leader, and the way I was taught that if you want to boost morale, if you want to show your team, there's your fire team, that you're a good team leader, you get in the shit with them. You get in the muck with them. If there's a fucking detail and it's a fucking manual labor one, you damn well show them motherfuckers that, yeah, hey, you know, that it sucks, but I'm here with you. Now you don't do it every damn time. Now if it's like a fucking detail that's just kind of dumb. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's like, all right, fucking private go, man. Or specialist, fucking do it. You know, you're in charge, man. Make sure them privates, man, fucking do this shit. You know, and that's the thing, man, is that, you know, but I mean, if it's one where it's like you get fragoed and you're doing this fucking detail and it's like, you know what, fuck this. And then you just have to roll up your sleeves and be like, all right, boys, I'm fucking with you on this shit. You know, yeah. And that's the thing. And so motherfuckers who hide in the back, I have no love for, because I'm just kind of like, yeah, you may hate your life, and that's fine, but the day goes by a hell of a lot faster if you're interacting with people. You're boosting morale with your team, with the people you work with, and because the thing is, you could be the most chillax motherfucker, the most cool fucking dude on the planet, right? But the thing is that if your work ethic sucks when you're in the back all fucking day, just kind of like, oh, doing the schedule or looking at porn or whatever the fuck that you do, play fucking, you know, solitaire on the fucking computer, then, you know, it's like, dude, what the fuck are you here for? You know, go home. You know, and this is like the fucking boss we're talking about. It's like, I mean, yeah, and then I worked with this guy at Elk, and fucking, you know, yeah, lo and fucking behold, you know, it's like, I was right. The guy was just kind of fucking, you know, the guy had no social skills. The guy fucking just was a fucking pill. And I would never want to work with this person again, because, I mean, I'd just be like, you know, you infuriate me, man. I mean, you are fucking, you just kind of, I mean, I'll stay over here, you stay over there, fucking, we'll be all right, you know. Let me do my fucking job. You just jerk off in the corner or whatever, man, you fucking do, because, you know, you're just kind of like, because the only thing you're doing is just like, you know, fucking just taking people's hours. That's the only thing you're fucking doing. Taking people's hours and taking a job away from the person who actually gives a fuck. And I'm not saying that I was the right person to be in that position, because even if that position opened up, I don't even think I was, you know, because But I mean, if they were like, hey, it's like you're the only person left here at Elk who fucking, I'm like, okay, cool, man, right on. I mean, I'm not gonna shy away from them. You're like, fuck it, man. Yeah, I'll take charge. I mean, you're gonna see some crazy shit probably go on here at Elk, but fuck, you know, I mean, good or bad, I mean, it's gonna be way better than what the fuck's been going on here with this fucking slacker. So yeah, I mean, don't be that guy that I'm talking about at Elk, because I just think that he was just working at Elk because he didn't go to college. He didn't give a really fuck about life, and or didn't go into the military, or just fucking retail is all he knew. So and and just had no really ambitions or goals in life, and so he just became a fucking manager at Elk. And just after a while, he just got into this like rut of just being. I mean, I mean, on one side, I feel sorry for this person, but on the other, I'm like, you know what, man, the only person who can get themselves out of a fucking hole is yourself. I mean, or if you can't, ask for fucking help, you know, and at least try. I mean, sometimes you can't get out of a hole, but damn it all, man, if you can't like ask for help, because 9 times out of 10, man, people will help you. But this motherfucker didn't want any help. He just wanted to be, fucking, wanted to be self-loathing, I guess. But yeah, and that's like the trials and tribulations of selling and sales. So I hope that you learned a little something today on Handsome Cobra. My thoughts. Tomorrow we should have a gentleman with cocktails, freaks, geeks, and Star Wars sheets for you. We're probably just give you a little preview. We will be talking about mobster movies. I specifically am going to be talking about the Godfather trilogy. I may talk a little bit about Donnie Brasco. I tried to fucking see about getting the movie so I could talk about it tomorrow, but I have not been able to find a copy, and it's not on Netflix. So I thought I owned it, but apparently I don't. Or if I did, I must have like accidentally fucking gave it to somebody or something to borrow. I mean, it's a really good movie, and it's a great mobster movie too. And then tomorrow, we'll be reviewing comic books. Probably, I'll be reviewing Spider-Geddon #4, Venom number what are we 8 and 9. The new story arc is The Abyss. Really fucking good. I will say that. What else? I may go into a little bit of Aquaman Drowned Earth, excuse me. And the Green Lantern, #2, by Grant Morrison and Liam Sharp, and that came out. I read a little bit of that. And the big one, sorry, that came out this week, Doomsday Clock #8. Yeah, I guarantee you, Chris and I will both be fucking talking about that one tomorrow. If not him, I will. But I think he got his pull list this week. So yeah. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it today. Because, like I said before, Chris had some family emergency stuff come up. So, but yeah, we wish him all the best here at the Gentleman with Cocktails and Handsome Cobra Homestead. So yeah, but we should have a awesome and hopefully another juicy show for you. Might not go as long as 3 hours as it did last week. Yeah, last week. But hopefully we can go at least over an hour. I like to go like an hour and 30, maybe even 2. But yeah, to everyone, Big G, thanks for stopping by, and also too, please like and subscribe the video and subscribe to the channel. I mean, it really helps out us a lot too. Oh yeah, most definitely, Big G, most definitely. We will let you know. But yeah, just and if you don't mind, or here in Tennessee. If you don't care to, please share the video. I mean, I share it all the time on social media, but hey, if anybody thinks that, like I said, I mean, if anybody thinks this is entertaining, or if they can get some fucking life lessons, at least from selling or from other things that I said, please, share. I really do appreciate it, and I thank everyone. And what's the? I'm trying to close this thing. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, love to all, and aloha. Confidence.